Hey, good morning, guys. Genevieve here to talk about our full moon coming up Monday afternoon. Apologize, it's kind of early in the morning. No makeup yet, as you can probably tell. Um, but I decided to do my video today because busy weekend ahead. Get this out of the way first. Once again, we have a vendor event in Milford at the Miss Billion River Brewing. It's the Milford Community craft show vendor event. We have a long title for it. I'm actually running it now. So not only will I be there to have my essentially Genevieve goods and services available, but we are have a whole lot of local vendors, returning vendors, and some new vendors setting up. Looks like we were a little worried about what Ernesto was going to bring to our area this weekend. Looks like Sunday is actually going to turn out to be a pretty decent day. Maybe some rain in the morning, but by the time our event starts in the afternoon at noon, it looks like it's going to be a pretty decent day. So I'm really looking forward to that. So please, if you're local, come by, stop by, check us out. So I'm doing our full moon, which is in my sign of Aquarius. And of course, we are still in Leo season. Now we will be leaving Leo season shortly after, like a day or so after this full moon, and going into the sign of Virgo. But while we are in the full moon, this is still very much going to be our Leo Aquarius fixed sign opposition going on, right? So we'll talk about this again. I'll remind you, but this is called Genesis. The oil blend I've made for this is called Genesis, and it's very sweet, beautiful, kind of florals, summery florals, but with some spiciness to it and a little bit of grounding because, we definitely need that. Our air signs and fire signs need to ground ourselves, especially us fixed signs need to ground ourselves sometimes and stay practical and stay, focused on the present and just doing and staying calm, right? So that's what my oil blend Genesis is for. So I'm going to dive right into this. Now, first of all, many of you know this is going to be not just a blue moon, meaning the second in a season, but this is a super blue moon. The next one in this particular of super blue moon of this magnitude is going to be about 13 years from now. So this is a heavy, heavy, powerful full moon for all of us. Also Native American lore, it's called the sturgeon moon, also sometimes referred to as salmon moon. So there is a lot of that theme going on. Again, it's a powerful full moon. So water energy is, the water on our planet is certainly affected by the full moons, especially one this big, this close. And yeah, so again, Hurricane Ernesto moving up the East Coast. So just if you're in the path of, if you're along the coast, guard yourself against all the extra water at this time, okay? So we're gonna jump into that. So we already know our Aquarian themes of ideals, kind of the eccentric, kind of genius energy, rebellious energy, independent energy, creative energy, and then of course our passionate, fiery Leo, king and queen of the jungle energy, that spark, that creativity, that grandiose, kind of sometimes show-offy kind of energy, right? That's what we're working with. Amplified, magnified right now, okay? I do want to highlight, I'm going to share the two different charts like I shared last time as well, attached to this video when I post it. Overall, okay, and again, we're just talking about overall. So if you have prominent places, either your sun, ascendant, moon, or prominent placements in your chart, this is going to be a positive full moon for Aquarius, for Libras, for Geminis, and for Aries, Sag. Although there aren't really any aspects with Sag necessarily, but overall, generally speaking, a little bit kind of not bad, not horrible, but not great for Capricorns and for Cancers, and for Virgos. It's going to be extremely challenging for Leos, extremely challenging for Scorpios, fixed sign, and extremely challenging for Taurus, fixed sign, right? We're talking about all the fixed signs right now. Challenging. Doesn't mean you can't overcome the challenges, right? I'm going to try to help you do that. So, what have we got here? And of course, I have all my handwritten notes for all of this. So, we have, again, we talked about those fixed signs where there's challenges going to be right before Virgo season because of the precession of the equinoxes, yada, yada. So we have the Sun square Uranus. So this is going to accentuate some of the more eccentricities of certain people, and, independent streaks, but also, highlight the rebelliousness, and so you want to be on your guard for that. Also, this can bring a tendency, the rudeness. It can bring the rudeness, bluntness, abruptness out in people. And, sorry, excuse me, gum. Guard yourself against mental exhaustion because we're working with our higher mind right now. We're trying to do things logically because of that air. So watch out for burnout, mental exhaustion during this full moon. And again, we're all going to be kind of really in our head, trying to think logically, trying to solve problems. A lot of problems right now, a lot of issues. This is going to be a very, very, very challenging full moon. Again, challenges can be overcome. Obstacles can be overcome. So because of that, all this in our head thinking, we need to find a way to ground ourselves, to relax, to carve out a little bit of time, whatever you may have, to just meditate, pray, relax, okay? Earth and water. Earth and water. I'm going to need a lot of it, but not too much, okay? So we do have a little opposition here with the Moon and Mercury. So people might be struggling with some memory issues, getting a little bit confused. Of course, we know the retrogrades are going on. Also, watch out for gossip. Watch out for deception with this energy. We have Moon square Uranus. So there's going to be a lot of emotional tension and sometimes explosive tempers, explosive outbursts. Okay, so be on guard for that. Venus is square Mars and Jupiter. Venus is square Mars and Jupiter during this. So watch out for yourself or others being a little bit selfish and demanding. Watch out for people just kind to bulldoze their ideas, what they want, as opposed to being cooperative, all right? There's going to be a lot of issues with people cooperating during this time, but let's just please try to do that, okay? We are looking at Venus is also opposite Saturn, okay? So this brings a lot of fear. This brings a lot of fear, especially of a job loss or insecurity, losing loved ones. Fear of loss is really what this highlights. Property. So a lot of this is irrational, though. Again, a lot of this is probably in your head. So really try to figure out what is a real threat that you really need to be prepared for, and what is just irrational, what is just your nervousness, your tension. That's that Venus opposite Saturn stuff going on, all right? So all of these things are possibilities. Of course, nobody is, immune from losing loved ones, losing property, losing jobs, nobody's immune from that. But really, if you are concerned about those things, then you need to do the work to ensure it doesn't happen. Just be a little extra prepared, that's all. But don't, again, get so caught up in those fears that you react or act aggressively, too defensively, okay? All right, so some good news with this is a Mars conjunction with Jupiter. So this is definitely, this is our inventiveness. This is the adventurous spirit. There's a lot of highlight on athletics at this time. However, you do want to guard against, So people who are inventive, who are adventurous, who have extra athletic or strength ability, right? It's a good time for opportunity in that. However, you do want to guard against the desire, okay, for power, fame, wealth, and being over the top in trying to get that in regards to these things, right? So don't, again, bulldoze people over just because you think you're the best in your field. There is Mars square Saturn as well. So this is just kind of cautioning and just reminding people, finish what you start. A lot of great ideas, a lot of inventiveness with this Aquarius full moon. Finish what you start. You know, it's easy to become distracted, especially with fiery Leo. Just saying, come on, let's do it. Finish what you start. And then go on to the next. Don't leave anything unfinished at this time. And again, with the retrogrades, if you need to go back over and cover some grounds, maybe reach out. It's a good time to reach out and maybe try to re-establish some connections, repair some things that maybe fell by the wayside, relationships, whatever the case may be. Do that now. These are the positive things that can come of all of these challenges during this. And even if it's not possible for things to go back to the way they were, it rarely ever is, at least acknowledge, at least extend the olive branch, at least put it out into the universe if there is no possibility of actually, physically communicating with the person that I want, this bond to be repaired. I want us to move forward from this, okay? With the retrogrades, again, it's a challenge to be stuck in that same sluggish pattern, but we need to move forward. So that's what this full moon is going to be good for. So do all of those things. Again, this is a super powerful full moon. So put your crystals out and charge them. If you need sage. Meditate, ground yourself. Again, try to carve out little spaces of time for you to relax your mind, body, your spirit. So diffuse essential oils, whatever it is that, take a swim, take a hot bath, stretch, yoga, some good healthy exercise, get out in nature. If where you're at, it's going to be a pretty weekend, nice weather, enjoy it. All right, guys, until next time. And I will share these charts with you. And again, I hope to see you if you're local Sunday at Miss Million River Brewing in Milford, Delaware. Take care.